Have you ever felt?
Are you listening?
Hello everyone, today I will show you a new tutorial about how to create this photo that I call Aqua dance. As you can see, there is a girl that is dancing and there is a kind of aquarium coming from her belly. So we'll see how to do that using Adobe Photoshop. Alright, fantastic, so let's get to it. Alright, so open your Adobe Photoshop and go to File, New, and I will just keep it in these measures in here. Press OK. Now we need to create a background. So this is a great opportunity to show you how to make this reflective background. So we'll unlock this background by pressing Alt, click. Now we need to create a radial gradient. So there is a way to do that by just going to filter and then lens correction in here and go to custom, and then in this amount vignette just reduce the amount to -50 or -60 and the midpoint in here make it 0. Press OK. Now we have created this gradient in here. Now we'll duplicate it 2 times, so we press Ctrl G. Now we'll take this first one in here and press Ctrl T. So we'll transform it and we bring it like so in here, somewhere in here. Now we go to the other one in here and we press Ctrl T and we make it like so. Alright, now as you can see it will make this line in here. So we need like to blur it a little bit, so we just select it and go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and we give it a 3 pixel radius in here. As you can see it will create as this line that looks like the floor and the wall in here. Now we go and I will grab the girl and I will open it in a separate window. Now I will press Ctrl I to select everything and then Ctrl C to copy everything. Now I will press Ctrl V to paste it, and first I will convert it to a smart object by pressing right click and then convert smart object. Now if I press Ctrl T and because like the image is too large, you can just check this link in here, and in the H in here we can just reduce it like so. Alright, so we just place it in there. Now I will make this in a group and I will call this background. Now we need to make a shadow for her legs. So we create a new layer under the girl, and then I will go to the brush and I will choose a soft brush with a 70% or 80% opacity with the black color. I go to the first leg in here and I will reduce the brush a little bit, and I will just 1 click, and then I will reduce it again and then 1 click, and I press Ctrl T and I will make it smaller like so, and I will place it under the leg in here. I will make it wider again like this, and there we have our first shadow. Now we go and we make a new layer, and then we make the brush size smaller again, and then 1 click, then smaller again, and then 1 click. Now we press Ctrl T, so we make it smaller too, and then we place it in here, and we make it wider a little bit like so. Alright, press enter. Now I will make a new layer again, and then this time I will choose a bigger brush and I will just 1 click and then Ctrl T, and I will resize it again, and I will make it wider to replace it in here, like so. Press enter and I will reduce the opacity a little bit, somewhere like this. And as you can see, we have a shadow in here. Now we'll create a reflection. So I will just put this layer in here in a group. I will call this shadow. Now I will duplicate the girl, and this one in here I will place it under the shadow, and then I will press Ctrl T and then right click and I will choose flip vertical, and I will replace it under the legs like so. I will zoom a little bit and I will right click and then choose wrap in here, and I will place this leg just a little bit like so, and I will press enter. Now we will change the blending mode to multiply to create this reflected, as you can see. Now I will create a layer mask, and then we'll go to the grading in here, and I will just delete a little bit from the bottom in here like so. As you can see, we create the shadow. Now I will choose the layer of the girl, and then I will create a layer mask, and then I will go to brush and I will make it 100% opacity and 100% softness, hardness, and then I will start to delete the belly of the girl. So we just fast this part in here. Alright, now as you can see, we have it cut it in here. So now we go and choose this elliptical marquee tool, and we try to make a circle, so we'll make it like look like a 3D in here. So we just make a circle like so, and I will just create a new layer, and I will fill it with this color in here, and I will make it darker a little bit, and then I will choose all delete so I can fill it. Now I will press Ctrl T and I will reduce the opacity a little bit, and I will try to place it somewhere in here. Now because the girl, the clothes of the girl is white and the background is white, it's hard to see, so now I will just go to the background file in here, and I will choose hue saturation adjustment, and I will choose colorize, and then I will just make the lightness darker a little bit like so. Now I can see better. Now I will go to the circle and I will place it under the layer of the girl, and then I will press Ctrl T and I will try to replace it somewhere in here. Like so. Choose wrap. Alright, something like that. Now I will load the selection of this circle, and I will create a new layer, and then I will choose a white color with a soft brush and a soft opacity like 20%, and then I will try to paint with the white in the edge of this circle in here like so. So we'll give it a 3D feel to it. Alright, something like this. Alright, and now press Ctrl B to deselect. Now I'll go to this one here and I will make the opacity 100. Now I will create a new layer and then I will load the selection of the circle again, and this time I will choose a black color, and with this soft brush I will try like to make the bottom a little bit darker, like so. As you can see, it gives a 3D look. Okay, we reduce it a little, reduce the opacity a little bit, something like that. Now, using the same method, I will try to do the same in the top area in here. So I will just keep this part. Alright, so something like that. As you can see, I create a folder I call this bottom, and this folder is top. Now I will go and I will load my water in here. So I will just drag it and open it in a separate window. Now I press Ctrl I to select everything, Ctrl C to copy, and Ctrl V to paste. And I will just convert it to smart object. And then I will press Ctrl T, so I will resize it, and I will try to place it in the belly. So I reduce the opacity so I will see where I would want to put it actually. So it will be somewhere in here. So I can always go and choose wrap in here. So alright, press enter. Now I will change the blending mode to multiply, and I will duplicate it again, and I will choose Ctrl T, and I will choose where I put my other water in here. So now I try to blend the both of them. So we create a new layer mask in here, and then I will just delete from here. To delete, we'll make the opacity 60% or so. So just blending. Now I'll go to this one in here and I'll put a layer mask to it, and I will just delete a little bit from here, like so. As you can see, now I can always go to the layer figure and load the selection, and I will just delete the area from here. So we revert the selection and I will just delete really quickly. So this. I will delete this part in here. And, I will upload the PSD file as usual. You can check that and check everything, verify. In case like you miss or you didn't understand something, you can always go and check everything in the PSD. So now I will delete this part in here. So we just load the layer mask of the girl, the belly, and I will just delete this part. so. Alright. Make this visible a little bit. This part in here. Reduce the opacity a little bit. So as you show you, it will take a little bit of time to make it blend perfectly, but I will just move forward for this tutorial. So I will load the water splash in here, and I will press Ctrl I to select everything, Ctrl C to copy again, and Ctrl V to paste. And again I will convert it to a smart object, and then Ctrl T, so I will resize it like so. Now I will just put the water splash in, so it will match the floating water in here. Like so. As you can see, press enter. Now we'll make a layer mask to it, and again I will just delete this part I don't want, like so. As you can see, it's really easy to do. Again I will duplicate it, and I will press Ctrl T, and then I will choose flip vertical. Now I will put this part in here like so. Alright, press enter. Now we delete the part that I don't want, like so. Like this. And it's okay for the color, we will fix that later. Now I will go to the other splash in here, and I will load it, and then Ctrl I to copy, Ctrl C, and then Ctrl V to paste. Again I will convert it to smart objects, Ctrl T, so I will resize it. Now this part in here I will try to make it fit in here like so. Alright, this. Okay, now I will make a layer mask to it again, and delete these areas in here really quickly. Let me delete this one in here. Alright, now I don't need some of the splashes in here, so I will just delete that the splashes that I don't want from here. Make the hardness 100, and I will just deleting the part that I don't want, and also in these other splashes too. These parts in here, don't really want that, and this one too, don't want these parts in here. Alright, now I'll put every splash in a group by pressing Ctrl G, as you can see. and let's delete this one in here. So we'll make the hardness softer a little bit so it will blend like so. Now what I can do, I will just go and I will choose a hue saturation adjustment, and then I will just make a clipping mask to the group of the splashes in here, and then I can just choose a colorize and change the hue to a bluish color like so. Make it in here so you can see. So we'll make the saturation up a little bit and the lightness make it black a little bit, and then we'll just change the color. So it will blend like so. Alright, somewhere like this. Okay, it looks cool. Now I will try to make it blend more. So I will make the opacity down a little bit, and I will just try to make it blend this part in here like so. As you can see, and in here too. Alright, looks cool. Now what I can do, I would need like to duplicate a little bit of this water in here. So we choose this one in here, and I will duplicate it, and I will put it in top of every water in here. So I will delete this layer mask, and then I will press Ctrl T, so I will resize it, and I will just make it bigger so it will fit every texture of the water in here. Then I press enter. Now I'll make up a black layer mask by pressing Alt and click, and then I will just try like to paint over the place that I don't want to be blue, as you can see. So it will make everything fit nicely. Like so. So we just fast this part in here, and I will be back in a second. Alright, so something like that. Now I will just put every water in here in a group. So we just select everything and press Ctrl G and call this water. As you can see, that's every water in here. Now I will go to the background folder and I will uncheck this hue saturation that we don't need anymore, and let's change the hue, this one in here too, so it will match. Alright, a little bit more. Okay, alright, looks cool. Now I will go and drag our fish in here. So we'll open it in a separate window, and we need to color it. So what I can do, I will just press Ctrl G to duplicate it, and then I will desaturate it actually by pressing Shift Ctrl U. Now I will make a level adjustment, so I will press Ctrl L, and then I will try to make it darker. like so. So it will be easy to make a selection to it. So I will go to the magic wand tool and I will just one click to select, and as you can see it gives a really nice selection. And then I will uncheck the black and white file, and then I will just revert the selection by pressing Shift Ctrl I and then Ctrl G to paste it in a file in here. Now I press Ctrl I to select everything, Ctrl C to copy, and then Ctrl V to paste. And as you can see, we have our fish in here. So we just place it somewhere in here. Okay, somewhere in here. So alright, just enter. Now I will just change the blending mode to multiply, and I will make a layer mask to it, and I will just delete this tail in here. Now I will go and I will load our turtle, sea turtle actually, and again I will just make a selection by a quick selection this time. So we'll just make a quick selection, as you can see. Then Ctrl G, then Ctrl A to select, Ctrl C, and Ctrl V to paste. Now Ctrl T, so I will resize it a little bit. And this time I will try to put it this turtle in here. Put it in here like so, and then we change the blending mode to multiply, and let's resize it a little bit. Alright, okay, looks cool. Now I will make an adjustment to the girl in here, so I will just go to the layer of the girl and I will choose curves, and I will make a clipping mask so it will affect only the girl, and I will try to whiten it a little bit. Like so. Alright. Looks cool. Now the last step, it will be like making a blur to it. So I will just make a snapshot by pressing Shift Ctrl Alt E. Now I will go to Filter, Blur, Gaussian blur, or let's choose our filter blur gallery. So we choose iris blur, and I will just make a circle like so, and I will press OK. And this will blur the background a little bit. Now I will duplicate it and I will make it black and white by pressing Shift Ctrl U, and I will change the blending mode to linear light. So we'll make a sharpen mask to it. So I will go to Filter, Other, High Pass, and I will choose 0.5, and as you can see this will sharpen it. And now I will make a black layer mask, so I will choose where I want to sharpen the girl, so I will just choose these areas in here. We'll make the opacity down a little bit, so we just sharpen the parts that I want. like so, really quickly. A little bit in here, and the bands a little bit. Like so. Alright, now I will make the opacity for like 70%, as you can see. Now I will make a hue saturation, and I will choose colorize, and I will choose a bluish color so it will match the water. So, okay, it looks cool. Now I will choose a big soft brush with 100 opacity and 0 hardness, and I will just paint one click in the middle, another click in here, and that's it. So I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial and it was a little bit helpful for you. Don't forget to subscribe and comment, and wait for more tutorials to come.